What's going on, guys, and welcome to the Fenerbahce versus Forest first leg match preview. Yeah, welcome back to Talking Forest. The love and everything we got on the first video was amazing. I didn't expect it to go that well. It did really well actually for our first video on the channel, so I really appreciate it. But today's video is the upcoming game on Thursday away at Fenerbahce. It's a very, very tough game, so let's get into it. So, as many of you will know, it's Vitor Pereira's first game in charge, and he's actually coming up against his former side in Fenerbahce. So, quite a big game for him, actually, coming up against one of his old teams in his first game for his new club. I'm hoping he can put that to one side and just focus on the game, which I think he can. But also, is how he's going to approach the game. Is he going to change us completely? Is he going to go full strength? Is he going to go half strength, have Yazak Abbott playing, Murato playing, people like that? Is he going to see this new three at the back that I spoke about in the last video? Who knows? It is all totally unknown at the moment. Now, we know Turkish fans and stadiums can be very hostile, so any fans that are making the trip out to Turkey, be safe, be very, very careful, do as the local police say, just get in the ground, watch the game and get out there with no trouble, please. But I think Forest have to make it their mission not to get thumped in this one. Bring something back to the City Ground. Everyone will tell you, most Forest fans will say we want to stay in the Premier League, but we also didn't like the fact that Dyche just swept the Europa League under the carpet. We want to do well in the competition, of course we do. If that impacts the Premier League, then maybe not so much. But if we can survive in the Premier League and do well in the Europa League, why not? So I think if Forest can go there and get a draw, I'd even take a one goal loss or something like that, just so it's not out of our depth coming to the City Ground. This is a match preview, but like I said, it's totally unknown when it comes to Forest at the minute. Since it being Vitor Pereira's first game in charge, I don't know who he's going to play, what formation, what his style of play is going to be like. He's only had a couple of days with the squad. So instead of really focusing on Forest, which I know what you want me to do, I'm going to focus on Fenerbahce. Now, Fenerbahce played on Saturday and won 3-2 away at Trabzonspor. So they're coming off of a good win, and then they're coming into us, and they've got a really, really strong team. They ended up playing a 4-3-1-2 formation, so they're not going to be very wide at all. So if Forest do go for that three at the back formation, maybe our wing backs can get a lot of joy down their sides, because they've not got any wingers out there. They play with a flat three midfield. Obviously, the 2-1s push out a bit further, a central attacking midfielder and two up top. But let me just list some of the names they have at their disposal, and especially these are some of the players that actually played on Saturday as well. Edison, former Manchester City goalkeeper. Nelson Semedo, former Wolves right back under Vitor Pereira. Matteo Guendouzi, former Arsenal, and where did he go? Lazio, maybe? I think it was Lazio. They've also got N'Golo Kante that they've just signed, obviously former Leicester, Chelsea, went to Saudi Arabia. What a midfielder he was on his day. A bit past it now, but he can still play at quite a good level. And then Marco Asensio and Anderson Talisca. Most of you will know Marco Asensio from his time at Villa last season. Did very well in his loan spell, and he's actually got 10 goals and 8 assists this season for Fenerbahce. So he's top of their goal contributions list. 10 goals, 8 assists. He's the one that sits in that 10 spot and creates it all for Fenerbahce. So I do believe if Forest want to come away from Turkey on Thursday night with something in the game, Anderson and Sangare have to stop him. But they will also have to have their eye on the Brazilian Anderson Talisca for scoring 13 goals this season. He is their top goal scorer, and he will be their biggest threat in and around the box. So far in the Europa League campaign, their 8 games, they've averaged 3.8 yellow cards per game. So, and especially with them being at home, I expect them to be on the front foot, pressing Forest. So if Forest can be smart, we can win a lot of free kicks, get a couple of yellow cards. But like I said, they average 3.8 yellow cards per game. So they are quite not a nasty team, but they're on the front foot, like to get strong into challenges. And like I said, Forest can use that to our disposal. But that was going to do it for the end of the video. It has just been a quick short one. It's just a match preview. And like I said, we can't really speak on Forest at the minute because it's all unknown. So just give you a bit of information about Fenerbahce, the danger men, what we expect from them, how they line up, and obviously the yellow card situation, which we've just gone through. But please like the video, subscribe down below, comment what your score prediction is for Fenerbahce versus Forest on Thursday night. And until next time, see ya.